trigger warning. There are mentions of eating disorders and blood in this episode of my podcast. Enjoy. Hey guys, it's Tito again, and after literally about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm back again with another episode to my podcast. I'm so sorry for this delay, but the reason I couldn't upload the second episode of my podcast was I had various assignments, and then I had my exam week, which consists of 12 exams. That's why I really couldn't find the time to prepare another episode. But during this week, you will be getting all 8 episodes of my podcast, so stay tuned for that. And today I'm going to be analyzing Taylor Swift's You're on Your Own Kid from her brand new album Midnights. You're on Your Own Kid is a 5th track on Midnights, and the last episode was My Tears Ricochet, and that was also track 5 from Taylor Swift's Folklore. So let's begin. The first lyrics of the song is, "Summer went away, still the yearning stays." This basically means that summer went away, still the yearning stays. Like, summer is done now, and the narrator, which I'm guessing is Taylor, because she's a songwriter, is staying at home. But she's yearning, so it's kind of like a staycation. But we can understand that she misses summer because she says like, oh, summer went away. So she had to say like, summer went away, still the yearning stays. And after that she says, I play cool with the best of them. I wait patiently, he's going to notice me. From this lyric we can understand what could have happened in the summer. She says that like she plays it cool with the best of them, which kind of gives us the idea that she's not really that cool and she's feeling certain emotions, and but she doesn't want to show those emotions, so she's playing it cool with the best of them. And after that she says, I wait patiently, he's going to notice me. So this basically gives the idea that of a summer fling, a summer love, and she actually really loves her fling and waits for him to notice her. And she wants to be noticed by him, but I think the guy isn't just doing, not giving the attention that she wants to her. And probably she looked at it as a summer love while the guy looked at it as a summer fling, which can, take us to folklore. Betty, James, and Augustine, which is basically that. This can be like Augustine and James. After that, she says, it's okay, we're the best of friends. She's basically trying to, how can I say this, maybe manipulate herself into thinking that, like, it's fine, I'm fine, we're still very good friends, we don't need to be lovers. But deep down inside, she wants to be lovers and she misses him. And like that anyway was like, anyway, like the type of anyway when you would say when something bad happened and you're trying to, get your morals up. I hear it in your voice, you're smoking with your boys. Again, they're talking, and the guy is smoking with his buddies, his quote-unquote homies. We can understand that. I think this story is kind of like a young person story, so maybe Taylor and the guy is like, I'm guessing in high school maybe, because like your boys, and it's not very grown up, and like it's not very adult, so like he still hangs out with his boys. I touch my phone as if it's your face. And again, Taylor, or the girl, the narrator, still really likes the boy and like touches the phone like it's his face, so he misses touching him. And we can actually understand that like the boy sees them as best friends. So it's not like anything terrible between them. They still talk, but they're just not lovers. And then she says, I didn't choose this town. I dream of getting out. Which basically kind of gives us the idea that she has dreams that she wants to accomplish. And to accomplish her dreams, she wants to get out of her hometown. She didn't choose this hometown, and if they had given her a choice, she probably wouldn't choose this hometown. So, yeah, she's dreaming of leaving this place, following her dreams, doing something that she has passion for. They're just one who could make me stay all my days. And after that, she basically says that, like, there is still one person that can make me stay here. I can stay for them. Uh, just after how passionately she said that, like, she wants to leave this place, saying that there's one person that can make her stay is kind of, again, giving us the idea of love. And from the previous lyrics of the song, I'm not guessing it's her mother, father, siblings, if she has, the narrator. It's the love. It's the guy. Like, if the guy said, oh, you should stay, don't go, then she would stay. After that, again, all my days. Like, if he just said, stay here forever, she would stay here forever. Just like, it kind of gives us the idea of Evermore. Right where you left me, like, the guy still doesn't really like the girl, but the girl is in love and she stays there. But it's not like this. Not really like that, but it can still, makes us remember those songs. Then it says, from sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes. And for me, I mean, this is my opinion, and music can be very subjective, so there can be a lot of different opinions and a lot of different meanings from one song. Sprinkler splash is like when you're a kid and you're playing in the sprinklers, getting wet, running around. I think it's more like that, like from sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes. Like, it was like we would have fun in the sprinklers, we would get wet in the sprinklers, then time passed on and like there's fireplace ashes now. So that summer hot weather left and like it's the end of winter again. It can suggest us that like it's a very long period of time. I mean, a period of time has passed, but it can also suggest us that like years passed, not just like weather or months. And like the narrator could feel like she has grown since that. Let's see and what she says later on in the song. Then it says, I waited ages to see you there. But again, like, we can understand that from the previous lyric, there has been a change in time. But she still loves that guy, even after that, even after all that time. Like, from sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes, I waited ages. And ages, like, it can be maybe not literally, but it still suggests a very long time for her. But for her, yeah, not generally. It's a very long time for her. And probably because of this lyric, like, I waited ages, but you didn't come. So the guy didn't come, and the guy still doesn't see her as a lover. I searched the party of better bodies. And from this, we can understand that, like, time moved on and they're still doing their things and they're going to parties. But Taylor, or, the girl that's singing the song or writing the song, is saying, like, I search for better bodies. And for me, in my opinion, I think this means that she's just so tired of not being liked back that she's trying to find another person that she can love. Like the love hurt her so much, and not being liked back or loved back hurt her so much that she just wants to find a new person that can make her happy or just get her mind off of this summer fling situation. And after that, it says just to learn that you never cared. I mean, from this, maybe we can also understand that in the previous lyric, she might have meant, like, I tried to make you jealous. Like, I tried to make you jealous to love me, but the guy actually didn't care about this. So, like, he just generally sees her as a friend and not as a love interest. Uh, and it basically says that, yeah. And this, again, probably hurt her so much because for me, I got the vibe like she's saying, like, just to learn that you never cared, with a little disappointment. And after that, it says, you're on your own, kid. And this is a very important lyric, as it's also the title of the song. But from this lyric, we can understand that, like, the girl finally starts to understand that she doesn't need that person. Like, she's on her own, and she's starting to realize that, like, uh, I'm always on my own, even if he's there, she's there, even if there are different people in my life. And after that, it, like, says to herself, like, you always have been. She's reassuring this to herself, like, you're on your own, kid. You always have been. And saying kid, like using kid in that sentence, maybe uh, makes it like future self, Taylor's future self, or the girl's future self, telling her younger self that, like, you're always on your own. You always have been, and you will always be. Like, kind of like that. But it's just generally a realization of being on your own. And after that, and towards the end of the song, it says, I see the great escape, so long Daisy May. I pick the petals, he loves me not. I decided to combine these two lyrics because I think then it will be more logical to analyze them as the same part of the lyric. I think in the first part of the lyric, the most interesting thing is Daisy May. What actually is a daisy May? Like, it can be a flower type. Or, like, generally daisies are flowers, and uh, daisies bloom from April to June, generally. So, in May, it can be, like, a lot of daisies. That's why daisy May, or just, like, a general flower type. I see the great escape. I think this part says that, like, she's ready to escape her hometown, and, like, before these lyrics, she thought about leaving her hometown, and now she's closer to leaving her hometown. I pick the petals, he loves me not. This is basically like something that I think every one of us did it. And just because, like, seeing it on TV, you wanted to do it. We saw it on TV. Sometimes we did it. Not all of us, maybe. But it says, like, picking petals. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. Or, like, he loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. So it's just basically a game to determine if your lover actually likes you back. And after her petals, it turns out that he actually does not love her back. And in this situation, it's actually the truth. He doesn't like her back in a romantic way. He just looks at their relationship as a friend, as a friendship, a very close friendship. And then it says, something different bloomed. So the flowers can bloom, and, like, maybe she thought that the thing that was going to bloom was when he finally liked her back. And that can be like her bloom. But something different bloom. Writing in my room. So writing in my room is basically for Taylor writing songs in her room. And her songs bloomed and they are liked and like now she's a superstar. But I think in this situation and thinking like and like 15 or 16 years before, like she started writing songs and that kind of bloomed from her like sadness and her relationship with this guy or friendship or relationship. Her songs was a result. Her songs were a result. And after that, it says, I play my songs in the parking lot. And, like, if you read the Lover journals, yes, she did play songs in the parking lot. She did very little gigs. She played at cafes and she just tried to, get a record label. And, like, she performed her early songs in cafes and parking lots. After that, it says, I'll run away. So at this lyric, at this point, she finally runs away. She doesn't look back and like she leaves her hometown to find music, to find a music career. And then this is the bridge. I think the bridge of the song is just the most important, the crucial part of the song. And it says a lot of things which we all can, take lessons from. From sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes. Again, a lot of time spread like sprinkler splashes, fireplace ashes. I called a taxi to take me there. And I think I called a taxi to take me there can mean like I called someone, like a taxi, to take me where I want. Because like a taxi takes you where you want, like from where you are right now to the point of destination that you want to go to. And I think this is kind of like metaphorically the taxi can take her from like her hometown to her dream of being a singer, a superstar. I mean, not really a superstar, but a singer. I searched the party of better bodies. Again, like from this lyric being repeated like a couple of times in the song, I think it means that like she still hasn't that much changed. Even though like she's now a singer, she moved out from her hometown and like she's in a different place. It's a blank page for her. But she still looks for better bodies. Like looks around in parties and just thinks, are there any better people or like or it can also mean like, are there people which I can befriend? Again. And after that it says, just to learn that my dreams aren't rare. So from after the taxi job to Taylor off at the place that she wants, which I think is Nashville because for her career and for her, Nashville is like the place that she went because country music was big there and she wanted to pursue a career in country music. And like when she came to Nashville, she saw that like every single person, like most of the people there, also wanted a career in country music. And she came to the realization that like this isn't a rare thing. A lot of people also think and want the same things as I do. And after that, again, it says, you're on your own, kid, you always have been. Which gives us the idea that, like, this was a moment of realization and, like, finally understanding that she's on her own now. Like, she understood that she was on her own now. At that point, much better. And then also reflected on her past and understood that she was also alone. And on her own. Not really alone, but on her own. Because, like, you're never alone with yourself. In the past. After that, it says, from sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes. Again, like, time moves on. I think we talked about this a lot of times. I gave my blood, sweat, and tears for this. Usually, when you want something that is very important to you and, like, you try so hard for it, you generally say, like, I gave my blood, sweat, and tears for this. And it's the same thing for Taylor. She tried so hard and she worked so hard to become a singer. she gave her blood, sweat, and tears to become a singer. And at the end, like, she did it because she's saying, like, I gave my blood and sweat and tears, which is past tense. And then it says, I hosted parties and starved my body. Taylor hosted parties, which means like she's trying to get more friendships or like maybe relationships and try to meet new people from those parties. And again, she starved her body because when she got really like famous, she didn't like her appearance and she had an eating disorder. If you guys watched Miss Americana, yeah, you know this. This also shows us like the sacrifices Taylor made in order to like pursue a career in music and to come where she is today. And after that it says, like, I'd be saved by a perfect kiss. Again, it brings us to her love, like her search for this perfect love, perfect kiss, perfect romantic relationship throughout her entire life, even before she was famous. Like, and then it says, the jokes weren't funny. I took the money. My friends from home don't know what to say. Uh, the jokes weren't funny. Can like we can interpret that as like they made fun of Taylor. Probably in the parties that she hosted, like they made fun of her and it wasn't funny, and she was actually kind of hurt by it. Like she's saying like the jokes weren't funny. I took the money, which can mean like I earned money and I took the money. My friends from home don't know what to say. This, I think, can be interpreted as like Taylor has changed, like from when she was in her hometown and now she's like, and where she is now. But it can also be like maybe the press displays Taylor as something that's so differently that they don't know what to say. For example, they called her like a man eater. She was a serial dater, so that can be something like that. But like, she's in a serial dater, and most of Hollywood like had way more exes than her. And after that, it says, I looked around in a blood-soaked gown. When I first listened to the song, I generally thought like, was she really in a blood-soaked gown? Because if she was, I would be very sad. But I think this is a metaphor. Like, she gave so much. She gave her blood, sweat, and tears for it. So, like, now her gown is blood soaked from all the things that she had given and, like, all the things that she did to be here today. Yeah, I think she was trying to say that, like, I gave so much that my whole gown, I gave so much blood, sweat, and tear that like my whole gown is now blood. And after that, it says like, and I saw something they can't take away. And in this part, I think the song changes. Like, if you listen to the song, which I highly recommend you should go and listen to it, uh, like musically and lyrically, it turns into a positive way. Like before this, like she gave so much, they don't know. Like she changed. Maybe the press portrayed her very differently, but after this, like things are going to go to a positive way. Because there were pages turned with the bridges burned, like, which basically says that throughout her career or life, she did had to burn some bridges. But every single bridge that she burned, like every single relationship that ended, like can be romantic, friendship, da 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 da, which can go uh, and make a very long list. She also turned a page. And like she grew from that. She learned her lessons from that, and like now she's just like a better person. Like she is just generally better because of that. And then just right after she says like everything you lose is a step you take, which again I think we covered, but like she says that even if you lose things, to grow, you have to lose things. Like, this can be like losing friendships or like changing personally or just making mistakes. You have to lose something to grow and like be a better person. And then after that, it says like, so make the friendship bracelets, take the moment and taste it. I think this line is like a very carpe diem moment. Like she's just saying like, live the moment, do the things that like you want to do, make friendship bracelets, take the moment and taste it. And after that, like it just basically says that like you got no reason to be afraid. Like, don't be afraid. You can do what you want to do. Like, it can also be like, I believe in you, because this is like a song, and she can say like, you got no reason to be afraid. I believe in you. You're on your own, kid. Yeah, you can face this. You're on your own, kid. You always have been. Again, it's saying that like she's on her own and like she can face it. She's grown enough and mature enough to face it. I think this can be like also finding your self worth and like actually realizing that you're worth much more than the things that like make you sad. Uh, so this is a song like this. I personally really like this song. And again, if you didn't listen to it, go and listen to it. Thank you for listening to the second episode of my podcast, and stay tuned for this week because I will be releasing all 8 episodes this week. And if you liked it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. See you in another episode. Bye.